Okay, so I just watched some Logic video. I don't know. I just gotta be honest. Personally, I'm not interested in rappers like Logic or J. Cole. Those are not people who do anything for me. I feel like they are just born of poverty and really of families who should have aborted them. I'm not being funny here, I'm being serious. I think that their parents didn't love them, their parents didn't love themselves, and their parents didn't have the financial resources to like provide them with the things that they need, and they didn't have the, information or education to give them what they needed. And so they made all these songs and shit trying to describe things that don't make any sense. Like the actions that people take when they're on drugs and when they are just like disillusioned, some there's no rationality to it. So I remember Matt, he always liked Logic, and he was so excited when Logic was performing at F8, and I thought it was so strange. Like, why? He's not a good rapper. I don't really know who's a good rapper. There's so many rappers who I just personally can't understand. It's like they say some shit. They have some bars that like don't make any sense. Like, but let's just describe the music video for a moment. So basically, in the music video, he's like, there's all of these people in this one house, and they're all doing like different shit. So it looks like one girl, she's kind of an OnlyFans girl. So she's like dancing kind of in this lingerie on a guy. There's a black guy and a white girl who are making out on the couch. It looks like then they're about to go have sex. There's like a black girl who's got on her gym clothes. She's about to go to the gym. Um, there's a white guy who seems like he's like a drug addict who's like stealing a television out of the home. There's like a grandma who's watching it all and smoking a cigarette. All of these things are happening in the same house, and um, that actually is very. Oh, and then there looks like there's a sister or something, and she looks like she is just so fucking confused. And it's because of, let's talk about her character for a second. Her character in this music video story or whatever is the reason that I make content. I know that there's a lot of people lost. I personally have never been really lost. I've just mostly been misunderstood, and that's why I've had to be like overly vocal about like my intention on about certain things, because if I'm not, then people are under this impression that like something that is not is, if that makes sense. Um anyway, so what does this have to do with other things? Well, the music video. So the reason that it's important, especially for women, to use the Google Calendar, and I would really start to use it in like high school if you're smart, because you want to like create a routine for yourself, and then as something changes, change the routine, like change the Google Calendar, but have an event on your calendar that happens like every day. That's why people are saying things like morning routine, evening routine. Those things should be similar for you, right? And when things start to change and things get out of the ordinary, you should really start to question for yourself, like, what is it that happened? Like, what is it that changed? Why do you feel the way that you feel or whatever? Like, why is the thing that's happening actually happening? Um, so, oh my, how can I like say this? The um Yeah, I don't know. The reason why the hood and the trap, it's all, they call it the trap and the hood and stuff, is because nobody really, so many people haven't made it through like the pipeline of just getting successfully to adulthood without a whole bunch of trauma porn. We just don't. That's why they don't make TV shows about like normal black girls. Well, they have Grownish now, which I feel like from blackish to grownish, I would definitely say, or even like, I don't know. We actually had one. The Cosby Show is a really good show that shows like the development of black people from like being a small age to getting older. Um, I guess we could talk more about the Cosby Show. I don't know how other people didn't. It's just, I don't know. There's all, if you want to be a part of the upper middle class, you have to work hard and be good at things. You have to establish good study habits and understand when you don't understand something, how to question authority, things like that. Um, Maybe there's just all these lessons you just learn along the way. And like you realize that other people don't learn those lessons, and especially that they've never seen like black people who've learned the lessons and who like talk like we talk. But we definitely talk like this. Also, yeah, I feel like I get so confused sometimes because like people think that just because I am polite and I don't like scream and shit that I won't fuck you up. Killers are silent. I don't know. There's not like other words to say like I will fuck you up so you can feel your feelings. I feel like I'm past the stage in my life where I'm just willing to let someone else's opinion of me determine who I am, because for so long there were so many people who were trying to describe me as it's like they put me in these vulnerable positions, and then they said they analyzed how I behaved when I was in this extremely vulnerable position. And not even that, it's like, okay, like let's say that you were going to compete against someone who had, like let's say that you were trying to get into college like Harvard or something, and you're competing with someone from whose parents are like doctors and lawyers, a doctor and a lawyer who are married, and they live in Palo Alto. Okay, like those kids have so many more resources than everyone else. They have so many more resources. You can I mean, things are very relative. So you could be really talented, you could be really great, but it would be very, very unlikely that you're going to be better than those people, because like those people are just so much more well resourced. And another thing that I feel like I have realized that I think some other people might not have is that there's really something to understanding how to utilize the bare minimum and minimalism. The reason that minimalism as a concept is useful, minimalism is basically a concept where you get rid of every single thing that you don't need and you only keep the things that you need. And then you make sure that every single thing that you have is something that you actually need, not just something that you would like that is cute or something that's actually like necessary. Um, that is a serious like experience and take.